Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft, The Legend of Berndahl. As you can hear, there's some fighting going on outside. We just recently finished up helping out deal with some trolls over here in Lore, and they sent us here to Quel'Danil Lodge to warn of a Horde attack. And it looks like we got here just in time, because the Horde is attacking.
May the light embrace you.
The undead are here, they're forsaken. They've been moving closer and closer, but to launch an all-out attack on us, those Horde abominations. The young Draenei that I was charged with have trained with the High Veil elves in combat. They are not defenseless, but they need help. Please, Berndahl, assist them. And the High Veil have kept detailed records here for years. Deaths, births, seasons, but also vital scouting information and methods of contact with the rest of the Alliance. The documents will be scattered in the chaos. If they fall into the hands of the Forsaken, more lives could be at risk. Please, you must retrieve the documents before they are taken by the Horde.
Favor the road traveled by few.
As I mentioned recently, I have a favorable impression of the Draenei so far, so I'm all about helping her. I'm not sure what I think about these elves, but you know, technically they're on our side, so I'll assume the best for now. But I know that they're not real big on ale. They drink like wine and stuff. They live, and they do not appreciate living in mountains or hills, which is weird. But to each their own, I guess. Okay, we're on the lookout for these documents while we help in the fight. Looks like there might be some up here. Aha! Now, if that wasn't an action movie, I don't know what is. There's some records. Aha! Let's see. One more over here? It's kind of hard to tell, maybe not. Seems to me that what these elves need is to see how a dwarf takes care of business. I mean, I appreciate their help and all, but I'm pretty sure I just took out more Forsaken than, what, 12, 16 of them? I mean, look at him. That guy's just standing there. You know, you gotta help out your friends here. Don't just stand around, help out the others. And I don't think we just won, did we? Ah, maybe we did. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was all the fighting there is to be had. Nope, there's more fighting. Man. Well, okay, so the Draenei, they at least have their hearts in the right place. The elves, you know, like I said, they're allies, but man, these Forsaken. They're everywhere. You can't trust somebody who doesn't stay down when they're dead. Although, to be fair, it's not like Berndahl hasn't rezzed once or twice.
Open your heart to the light.
Such aberrations in the face of the light, you are brave to face them, Berndahl. I am. And here are your reports. Thank the light. We will not let the Forsaken have anything that could be turned against us, no matter how small.
May your days be long.
That is a good attitude to have. I do not have many visitors here. Please sit a while.
Be kind.
Is the fighting still going on? Oh, it looks like the fighting maybe stopped. Did it? Oh, we won. Yay. Okay, well then I will sit for a second. Let's see. Yep, take a little break, drink a little ale. Let's see, what do we get here? We got some recipes. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to go sell stuff. So, but we can definitely take care of this. Sharpen my weapon while I'm here. Well, that's true. I'm using an elven spear, so I guess if nothing else, the elves at least make good weapons. So, can't fault them for that. Okay, and it's possible that was the only quest I had here. And it does definitely look like we won. Okay, looks like they might have more for me to do here. Alright. Now that you guys aren't fighting, do you have any merchants that might want to buy things? No, it doesn't look like it. Gilda. Oh, it's a dwarf. The blessing of the land be with you. Griffin Master Talon-Axe has sent me here to deal with Shadra, the Venom Queen. The conquest of Jentha Allure isn't enough. The trolls could regroup and summon the creature later when we're not expecting it. We'll gather the artifacts first, pull Shadra into this world on our own terms, and put our hammers to that foul creature. I'll need your help. I'll need you to help find the artifacts and put a hurt on the rest of the trolls while you're at it. We first need the Eye of Shadra guarded in Agal Watha to the north. Okay. And the Vile Branch brood guards to the northeast tend the eggs of Shadra's brood. Even if we kill the Vile Branch, those eggs will still be there waiting to hatch and release those horrible creatures further into the wilds. We need you to take care of this properly. Tear any eggs you see out of the egg sacs and bring them to me. Don't try to destroy them on your own. You might let the little ones out. When you get them back here, I'll see that they're properly disposed of.
Keep your feet on the ground.
But seriously, I could really use a merchant. It has been a while since I've been anywhere where I can sell stuff. But it looks like that is not... does not look like that is in the cards today. Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do then. Take out some spiders. Ooh, maybe find some ore. Ore is always good. The other nice thing about mining is that it gives you experience. Helps you level up. In fact, I was going to say, something I noticed, I may be imagining things, but I know you get experience for mining and you get experience for herbalism. Those are the two gathering professions that I know you get experience from. The third gathering profession is skinning. You know, you skin dead animals. You can use it for like leather crafting and stuff. I'm pretty sure I noticed on one of my other characters you don't get experience for skinning. And it kind of makes sense because from a game point of view, and that for mining you have to go out of your way to get the ore. For herbalism you have to go out of your way to get the herbs, because they're scattered all around too. But for skinning, a lot of times, let me deal with this guard while I'm talking. A lot of times, you know, we get these quests to like go out here and kill these wolves or something like that, or sometimes we just get attacked by them. So we don't even really have to go out of our way. And I was going to say that skinning makes for a pretty good beginning profession, because you're going to be killing these monsters anyway, and it makes sure that you get a little bit extra things that you can like sell. But I think it may be just a little bit too much if you got experience as well. I might have to test that. But all of that being said, in earlier episodes I made a suggestion that if you're just getting started out in World of Warcraft and you decided not to just do a level boost to 90 or 100 or whatever it is now, you want to play through from first level. I think my original advice would have been to take skinning as one of your gathering professions, just because you don't really have to go out of your way to do it. But if it is true that you don't get experience for it, then mining and herbalism might be the best way to go, regardless of what your characters are. Because, I mean, if you've seen me go around and do mining, and I don't usually go too far out of my way. It doesn't take too much extra time, and it gives you just that little bit of experience, which can make all the difference. Can, you know, help you level up just that much faster. Not that we're having any problems leveling up, but okay, we got our shadow spawn eggs, so now we are on our way to, there's the cache of Shadra. Wow, that is not, I don't know. If I had some item that could summon our dwarven god, who I don't even know the name of, unfortunately, pretty sure I wouldn't just keep it in a tent somewhere. Probably would have kept it in that Shadra the Loa place. That seemed pretty well defended. Haha. Yeah, anyway. In fact, if you have to choose between mining and herbalism, and you don't have a role-playing reason, like I do here, to pick one over the other, I think I actually prefer herbalism a little bit. If you've noticed, the ore obviously tends to be up in the mountains or the hills. So as long as we kind of skirt the edge of mountains and hills, we see a little bit of it. Herbalism tends to be all over the place, so like there's some herbs right there. King's blood. Yeah, so they tend to be all over the place. So if you're on a mission that's, you know, where you're spending a lot of time in the middle of an area and you're not spending a lot of time in the hills or the mountains, you will still find herbs. And if you're like up in the hills and the mountains, you find herbs there too. So it's kind of more of an equal opportunity gathering profession. But if you're a sturdy dwarf and you want to make weapons, mining is the way to go.
Hi.
Okay, I brought that Eye of Shadra. Was the tablet right? Did you find the eye? I did. Well done, Berndahl. We'll be knocking on the bug's door in no time. Technically, I don't think a spider's a bug, but we'll need the Fang of Shadra next. It's kept in the creeping ruins to the east, guarded by Shadra's own spawn. Hideous spiders the size of a dwarf and twice as strong. The venom is strong, Berndahl. Don't get careless.
Off with it.
Here are the eggs. I'll see these are burnt to ash right away and scattered to the winds for good measure. Ooh. The creeping ruin to the east is crawling with fully grown Shadra spawn spiders. They're large enough to drag off an entire dwarf in the night, and you'll see evidence of that when you get there. Bodies are cocooned all throughout the ruins. They don't keep them alive for long, Berndahl, but they feed off the bodies for days. It's too late to save the victims, but we can't let the spiders grow fat and thrive. Be sure you get rid of those cocoons. I don't know if I would agree that they are stronger than a dwarf. you know, maybe the average dwarf, but maybe not stronger than dwarven paladins. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so like mining, skinning, and herbalism. One of the other differences is how much the stuff sells for, or what their uses are. Obviously, if you're a miner, you can smelt metal, you can make weapons and armor, which is good if you're a paladin or you're a warrior, or you have friends that are paladins or warriors, or you just like the idea of being like a weaponsmith or an armor smith. But also, you find gems when you mine, which jewel crafters use. I think some jewels are used. I think some jewels might be used in all professions, but I want to say, well, anyway, so jewel crafting is definitely useful. They can, I forget exactly what it is, what it's called, but they've got some action where they can go and take ore and they can, you know, refine them down into, let's free this guy. Yeah, it's too late for him, but a dwarf should have to be eaten on for days. That's just messed up. Yeah, so mining also helps with this. I do not like being poisoned. So mining also helps with jewel crafting. Let's see, what do we have here? We have the Fang of Shadra. Herbalism also helps with inscription. They mill the herbs, and I think they get dyes and some other stuff that they need. Skinning is, as far as I know, it's mainly just good for leather crafters. I know you can find some other things during skinning, like you can get other kind of body parts, or you can get furs that like maybe tailors can use, but it's mostly just for leather crafters. In my experience, and this might vary from server to server, ore tends to sell for a decent amount. Oh, ore is also good for engineering. I almost forgot about that. So, engineering, jewel crafting, and blacksmithing. But yeah, so ore always sells for a decent amount. Depending on your server, depending on what people are doing. One typical thing that people will do is they'll ignore crafting professions until they get to max level, or until they get a lot of gold. And then rather than running through and like doing mining, they'll just go to the auction house and buy big stacks of metals, and then they'll use that to level up their skills. And it's one of the reasons that you can usually make a decent amount of money on the auction house from gathering professions. So, you know, it's funny. Well, okay, I'll finish this in just a second. Here's the Fang. Have you got the Fang? I have. There it is. Only one left, lad. What do we do now? The final piece is all we need to burn Shadra out for good. The shell of Shadra is held by the Spider God's last living High Priestess, Kiaga the Keeper. She stands atop altar of Zul, guarded by her other fanatical zealots. You've got to climb that altar to the top and take her out. She'll have the shell in her possession. Bring it back here.
Watch your back.
I can do that. Starvation diet. A grim task for sure, Berndahl, but it'll keep the spiders left alive from recovering, I thank you.
Off with you.
Oh, so no secondary quest this time. And we got, I think I heard, 36. We opened another dungeon. what I was going to say is that when I first came up with the idea of doing the Legend of Berndahl, I was thinking I was just going to make it a role-playing, just a role-playing Let's Play. When I did that, I didn't think of how much time we were actually going to be spending just traveling from place to place, and how little time we were actually going to spend talking to people. And so I ended up finding myself talking about very non-role-playing stuff while we're playing here. Although, the other thing I've noticed is I've been playing World of Warcraft for a long time, so it's easy for me to talk at length about stuff that I've noticed about the game. I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I've played enough that I know some tricks and tips that are maybe helpful to new players or people that just haven't played as much. My wife, who has been playing for a fair bit herself, she actually told me that she was watching one of these. It may have been like the first or second video I did, and she was, I just mentioned something offhand that you could do, and she was like, I never knew that. And I'm about to die while I'm talking here, so let us heal up, and heal up again. But, anyway, I have some ideas of some other games I'd like to do Let's Plays of. Also, kind of like role-playing, and... oh, this guy's named. He was Rethrok the Bee something. The Berserker. Ooh, he had banded armor. Is that good? No. Not as good as what I had. Anyway, I have an idea for some more dialogue-intensive games that I don't know that much about, so hopefully those might be more role-playing. Let's take a look around here and see if there's... Again, this seems like a place that they might have a treasure chest. Maybe? Because it looks like you can maybe go... Was I imagining things that you could go underneath here? Yeah. Oh well. I thought there was like another level down beneath. But, no. Doesn't look like it. You know... Major villains in World of Warcraft do not have enough treasure chests. Anyway, I've been thinking of some other games that, I've actually never played before, so that might be... Then I can just go and ruminate. I can spend downtime ruminating about what's going to happen next, or talk about what our character might want to do next. Whereas in World of Warcraft, I have a pretty good idea of where he's going and what he's going to be doing, and that's not quite as much... There's not quite as much mystery involved. But anyway, so... Anyway, I hope you still think that all this commentary is worthwhile. Yeah, so ruminating about herbalism and skinning, and I was saying that mining is actually pretty profitable. Herbalism, I find, is pretty profitable, and the reason for that is, especially at higher levels, there are potions that everybody uses. They're like raiding potions and healing potions, and everybody uses potions, whereas when you get to max level, you know, there might be 1 or 2 pieces of gear that a blacksmith can make for you, but an alchemist can just keep making potions that people use all the time. So, and herbalism obviously provides the material for the alchemists. So, Let's see. Here's the Shell of Shadra. This is it, lad. We're ready. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a hammer. I'm very excited. Yay, I got a great hammer of the hinterlands. Summoning Shadra. Our best fighters are ready. We've got the idol assembled. It's time, Berndahl. Here's what we're gonna do. You'll travel southwest to Shadra Loa ahead of us with the idol. You'll need to use the idol at each of the 3 temples, fighting through the trolls guarding them. When you do that, Shadra will emerge into our world, and we'll be right there waiting for her with fury in our hearts. Talk to my boys on the scene as soon as you perform the ritual. Let's do it.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Sounds like we're going to take care of Shadra once and for all. So I'm supposed to go ahead of them. Oh, and I got a hammer. Oh, that's nice. And I have a coarse white stone ready to buff it. Okay. I liked that spirit, but a dwarf is happiest when he's got a hammer or an axe. Okay. Hiawatha Research Station. Isn't this Horde camp? I mean, I'm all for busting some Horde heads, but isn't this a PvP area? Okay, maybe we're just going to the other side of it. Okay, looks like we're going into these troll ruins. Alrighty. Okay, so when she said go in front of us, I thought there was going to be like a group of dwarven fighters, and we were going to be like leading them, but what she meant was go here yourself. Oh, maybe not. Maybe there are actually some dwarves here. Okay. Wild Hammer Lookout. Are you going to be helping me, buddy? It does not look like it. Looks like he's going to stand there and watch. Which, I guess technically is what a lookout's job is. But, still be nice to get a little help sometimes. Foul Branch Zealot. Okay, so here we go. What is it that I need to be in line of sight of? This guy? Yeah. Ritual of Shadra. Alright. Taking care of the Northwest Temple. Yeah, looks like we're just gonna hit each of these 3 temples here. Can we skirt between these trolls? Maybe. Yes, we can. We're so sneaky on our horse they didn't even see us. And Idol of Shadra. And one more to go. Nope. That is a troll head or a fish? Can't tell. That looks like a troll head. Maybe snakeheads? It's kind of hard to tell with some of these troll gods. Okay. And one last one. Like I was saying, so herbs go for a certain amount, and they go for a decent amount on the auction house, because potions are always a thing, or always goes for a decent amount because people are always trying to level up their blacksmithing or their engineering or their jewel crafting. Tailoring's kind of self-sufficient. It is both the gathering profession and the crafting profession. Talanax and his boys are right behind. Let's do this. No time to waste, Berndahl. She's coming out of the water right now. Griffin Master Talanax is coming right now with the boys. Let's show that bug what for. Kill Shadra the Venom Queen. I'm all about that. Ooh, she's elite. Okay, and I'm actually going to get help with this one. Good. Oh my. Yeah. Yay! I think we won. Wow, that spider wasn't hard at all. Okay, it looks like we go back to Airy Peak, where I am Hearthstone. And I will finally be able to sell some stuff. Anyway, having said all of that, leather tends to not sell for as well, because it's only used for leather crafting, and I guess... I don't know if it's just that leather crafting is less popular than some of the other professions, or if it's just that there's only one profession as opposed to multiple professions that use it, so... leather crafting is kind of like some of the other professions where, you know, there's maybe only one set of high-level leather crafting gear you might be interested in, but, you know, you always need new potions, and at least with blacksmithing, they make armor and weapons, but, yeah, so there are some downsides to doing skinning. No XP, and stuff doesn't sell for as much. Yes, thank God. Let us sell all of this stuff that is cluttering up my bags right now. Nectar, bah. Yep. 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 Wow, look at all this stuff that we're selling. Just want to go and, you know, check everything, make sure it's not as good as... Sometimes I get equipment and don't even look at it. Keeping the ale. Get rid of the weaker healing potions. I want to keep that. Man. That is so much. Okay, and then... Ah, that feels a lot better. Why? I don't want that to be trick goods. I just want this to be normal. I actually kind of want one of these big things, these big sacks, to be trick goods. Well, that didn't really help at all. So why didn't, like, go... Okay. There we go. Apparently clicking ignore this bag just means that it doesn't get sorted. Although, actually, that's kind of nice. I never noticed that before. If you click the ignore this bag, then when you do auto sort, it won't actually sort that bag. Which is kind of nice when you end up with a bunch of bags. And, you know, maybe there's... Maybe you like one of your bags sorted. Just so. Oh, then I went to Stormfeather instead of to Airy Peak. So let us fly off to Airy Peak. I didn't realize that I'd set my Hearthstone there. Okay, so I suspect it is very possible that we might be just about done with the Hinterlands here. We helped the folks at Airy Peak to begin with, although I suppose they might have one or two more things to do. We've been up here to Quel'Danil Lodge and Shadra the Venom Queen, the Altar of Zul. I think we've been to Skulk Rock. We've been down here near Rubin Tusk. We've been to Jintha Allure. We never did see what was up here. But I'm guessing these guys aren't going to send us way back here. But I could be wrong. Maybe they do. Looks like there is a road that goes up here to Western Plaguelands, which looks like it might be the next area for us. What does this look like? Chillin Camp, Anderhall, Menderstead, Hearthglen. Okay. That is near the undead starting area, so I'm guessing we'll have to deal with a lot of Forsaken. Ah, back to the Griffin Master and Airy Peak. And I hope I have shown the Wildhammer dwarves that we Ironforge dwarves are worthy allies. Let's see. You've done a great thing for the Wildhammer today, Berndahl. I wish Falstad could have been here for that. On behalf of the whole clan, I'd like to repay you for keeping these lands free from that foul shadow. You've earned this reward. Ooh, and we get a helm of Airy Peak. I'm honored to take that helm. I just got word, lad. It doesn't sound good. The city of Anderhall is in the middle of a three-way war between the Forsaken, the Alliance, and the Scourge. King Wren has rolled the dice and sent a Death Knight to lead the charge for his cause, but I'm sure he can use all the help he can get. I hate to see you go, but they've asked for you by name, Berndahl. Speak with Guthrum Thunderfist outside. He'll put you on a first griffin out to Anderhall. Oh. They've asked for me by name. Berndahl is making a name for himself. Wow. That's impressive. Okay, so let's take a look at what this next, what this helm's gonna look like. Oh, look at that. It doesn't really match our armor, but that's pretty good. I like that. Well, let's see, what is that? Gives us strength and stamina and armor. Actually, I haven't looked at our stats in a while. Let's see. We're pretty strong. Got good stamina. Armor is 222. Weird. 30% damage reduction. No critical strikes. Okay. That sounds pretty good.
Great to meet you.
I need a griffin, Guthrum. I'm headed to the Western Plaguelands. My king needs me.
Watch your back.
So here we are off to Anderhall. So despite the fact it looks like there's a path that goes up here to Anderhall, we're going to take the scenic route. Although, isn't Anderhall like right up here? Like right here? Oh, we're just taking the scenic route. Wrathy Highlands. What is this? Hillsbrad Foothills. Hillsbrad. I guess we're just taking a quick look through a zone that we're probably not going to go back through, so. Okay. Things look pretty normal here. I don't know what this wagon is, but alright. This place looks... oh. That place... I was about to say, this looks nice. And then look out there, and no, this place doesn't look that nice at all. Hey there. Okay. Let's see. What are they going to have for us here? Got some trade supplies. We got food and drink. Since it's a human, I'm not expecting much.
What can I help you with?
Ale? Yeah. Luckily, I brought my own. Okay. Looks like we might be rebuilding, like a tower or something. Let's see. Got alchemy supplies. Let's head down here. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of construction going on here. Looks like they're maybe working on the walls, the doors. Doors aren't going to do much good if the wall's like missing big chunks. Just saying. You know, as a dwarf, I'm an expert on stone crafting, so I can tell you if the wall doesn't go all the way around, it's not going to be all that useful. Okay, here we are, Thessarian and Lurid. And we've got Lang Loose Grip. Oh, let's talk to Lang here.
Can I help you?
Araj the Summoner is bolstering. You know what? We are probably at a good place to stop. Although I was really hoping there would be an innkeeper here. Let's take a quick look and see if there's an inn here. Maybe here. Hello? This looks like an inn. There's nobody here. Hello? Okay, there's no furniture. Looks like they're just getting they're renovating, like they're just getting ready to open. Okay, well I won't be sleeping there. How about, is there anybody here? Oop. How about here? No? Okay, so looks like I will not be setting my Hearthstone here. But it does seem like we're in the right place. We got a 3-way battle. Yeah, we got undead, like right down the road. That's not a good sign. Okay. Let's just talk to this guy and let him know we're here. It's about time you arrived, Paladin. Well, I just found out.
We do.
Scourge first, Horde later. Okay, well, we will deal with that next time. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. It's been fun. It looks like we have left the hinterlands and we are now in the western plague lands. And fighting undead is kind of what paladins do, so I suspect we're going to be seeing a lot of action. In any case, I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a lot of fun. Take care. I'll see you soon.